Germans starved, clubbed, and burned to death more than 4,000 political prisoners over a period of 8 months. A few captives survived by hiding in the woods.
Clear-cut evidence of beatings and outright murder was on every hand.
Death books found hidden in the wine cellar of the Hadamar Institution revealed part of the story of the mass killings. The bulky volumes contained thousands of death certificates. Profession unknown, nationality unknown was written after each name.
Hanging in orderly rows were the clothes of prisoners who had been suffocated in a lethal gas chamber. They had been persuaded to remove their clothing under the pretext of taking a shower, for which towels and soap were provided. Nazis said it was a prison for political dissenters, habitual criminals, and religious enthusiasts.
The day before these Nazis visited the camp, the Burgermeister of Ortrup was forced to view the horrors. He and his wife were later found dead in their home, apparently suicides. Meanwhile, at the graveyard attached to the institution, bodies are exhumed for autopsy. 20,000 are buried here. 15,000 who died in a lethal gas chamber were cremated and their ashes interred. They see the result of lack of care in the bad case of trench foot.
Despite German attempts to cover up, we found these in the open field. brought in to speed the work of cleaning up.
Tausende auf eine nur Erde, ohne Decken, ohne Strom,
She says
ohne Bett.
there were no covers, straw stacks, or beds of any kind. Persons had to lie directly on the ground. They were given 1/12 of a loaf of bread and some watery soup daily. Almost 75% of the people were bloated from hunger. An epidemic of typhus broke out. 250 women and thousands of men died daily. In the men's camp, they cut out liver, heart, and other parts of the dead and ate them.
Das bei den Männern haben sogar die Männer von den Toten Leber, Herz und andere Teile des Körpers ausgeschnitten und aufgefressen. Man wollte uns keine Medikamente geben und die SS-Männer hatten das ganze Jahr aufgesammelt. Essen, welches wurde vom Roten Kreuz für uns Häftlinge geschickt. Und 2 Tage früher, bevor die britische Armee gekommen ist...
No medicines were available because the SS men had collected everything. 2 days before the British Army came, the first Red Cross food was distributed. 2 months before, 150 kilograms of chocolate had been sent to the children of the camp. 10 kilograms were distributed. The rest the commandant kept for himself and used it as barter to his personal advantage.
An extermination factory. The means of extermination? Starvation complicated by hard work, abuse, beatings, and tortures, incredibly crowded sleeping conditions, and sicknesses of all types. By these means, the report continues, many tens of thousands of the best leadership personnel of Europe have been exterminated. Bodies stacked one upon the other were found outside the crematory. The Nazis maintained a building at the camp for medical experiments and vivisections with prisoners as guinea pigs. Medical scientists came from Berlin periodically to reinforce the experimental staff. In particular, new toxins and antitoxins were tried out on prisoners. Few who entered the experimental buildings ever emerged alive. When questioned, most of these men could not remember when they'd last eaten a decent meal. Many had been beaten and tortured so long their minds had failed.